Pranit, you can just also update the details on the YouTube channel, channel number 1, that is Vikrant Bhujbal. So all those who are super excited and energetic about today's online event, or we call webinar or a workshop on how to be your own boss, how to start your own venture, and how to take your existing business to the next level. Superb, superb. So we are live on YouTube as well. We can also check on YouTube. Fantastic, fabulous. Mahi, Raghavendra, superb guys, superb. So guys, before I start, we follow a ritual. I want to start this webinar. We usually have our offline sessions, offline physical events, lot of seminars. Usually we deliver in hotels and 5-star hotels, but because of this COVID and lockdown, everyone is somehow working from home. So I start every session with a small ritual, and today this session also I want to start with a small ritual, and the ritual or the practices just to express the gratitude. So I want to see gratitude is very, very powerful. Being thankful about whatever we have been given in the life, we should be thankful about it, because that small simple word of thank you will attract so much of abundance, so much of power, and so much of opportunities to your life कि आपने कभी imagine भी नहीं किया होगा. So I want to start this day, or rather this evening, this great evening, by expressing my gratitude to all of you who have decided to be part of this workshop. I see there are somewhere around 30 to 35 people who have joined to this, and there will be somewhere around 20 people more who will be becoming part of this exclusive category of entrepreneurs, category of creating employment. Is a very, very exclusive category. So great to see you guys, exclusive guys. So I want to thank all of you. I want to thank my team, especially Pranit, for leading this, for coordinating this. I want to thank Funny Vijay for starting this show. I want to thank my parents, my family, my relatives, my friends. I want to thank God for giving me this beautiful, amazing life to help people, to help some people to start their own business, and to guide some people to take their existing business to the next level. So I want to thank my mentees, those who have become part of my training programs, जिनके साथ हमारा one-on-one mentoring हुआ है. I want to thank my competitors, because of whom I learn a lot. I want to thank my advisors. I want to thank my investors. I want to thank my competitors. I want to thank my critics. I want to thank all those people who are somehow jealous of me. I want to thank all of the people who have directly or indirectly played a pivotal role to make Vikrant Bhujbal Rao the brand which is there today. So thanks a lot. Thanks everyone. Thanks a lot. So guys, I'm excited. And before I start, I want to just reiterate the rules. Rule number 1, the only way through which you can communicate with me is through the chat box. So make sure कि आप चैट बॉक्स में जब भी मैं आपको बताऊं तभी आप चैट बॉक्स में कुछ लिखे. उसके अलावा आप कुछ ना लिखे, because I won't be able to read the chat box. So whenever I ask you some questions, the only way through which we can keep this online thing interactive is through the chat box. So type in the chat box whenever I ask you, or whenever I ask some questions. Some of you might get chance to start your audio or video where you can also share your ideas or your insights. So use the chat box. Second most important thing, I don't want anyone to watch or to attend this webinar part-time. So this should not be a part-time activity for you. Third thing, make sure that you are attending this on laptop or on computer or on PC or a MacBook. Put your pods or headphones or whatever. So make sure that you value this, because most of the time we have our paid workshop. Sometimes we also take this free kind of stuff to create more awareness, to reach out to more and more people and make people aware about entrepreneurship as a very rewarding, as a very flourishing career. But in this process, since some people, if they get free of cost thing, they hardly value. So I don't want any one of you to do it a part-time thing, because entrepreneurship business is not for time pass people. It is for very, very serious, mature and hardcore learner people. So these are some of the rules. By any chance, if there is some issues in regards to internet or something, you can get connected with my team. You can also watch us on YouTube, and the recording of this webinar might be also uploaded on YouTube or on Facebook. So here is the great, most interesting, life-changing day where you are gonna be your own boss. You're gonna learn why it is the best time to be your own boss, why this is an amazing time to start your own business, and what are the exact steps which you should take before you jump in the business. In fact, that is the topic of my first book, which is an Amazon bestseller now. So guys, before I start, entrepreneurs are leaders. जितने भी लोग business करते हैं, they are leaders. They lead the people. They lead the mankind. They identify some problems. They solve some problems. In the process, they identify customers' pain points. They identify some customers' issues, and they serve to the mankind. And in the process, they also create jobs. They also create employment. So entrepreneurs should always have very high level of energy. हर business person में बहुत ज्यादा energy level होना चाहिए. The energy level, the जोश has to be very high, because as an entrepreneur we have to face a lot of challenges. We have to lead people. So now we are going to do a small activity before I start giving some gyan and some interesting insights about how to be your own boss, to check whether all of you, yes, you watching me, listening to me, I just want to check, are you eligible? Do you really deserve to be an entrepreneur, to be a business person? So a simple activity, I'm going to ask you a question which is given in a movie, which we have actually copied from this movie called as Uri. I think आप में से कुछ लोगों को already पता होगा. So Uri movie में से ये हमने copy किया है. So I'm just gonna ask you that question, and you all have to type the answer in the chat box. So the question is, how's the Josh? If you remember Uri, and you have to type in the chat box, hi sir, the Josh has to be very high. I see Mrunal, Rajendra, Mahi, Shreyas, fantastic guys. The Josh has to be very high. The Josh has to be very high. We have to make sure that till the end of today's webinar, officially till 9 p.m., unofficially, depending on how much desperate, how much passionate you are about learning. And it also depends upon how positively you take each and every notes, each and every guidelines, and how positively you keep the patience, how positively you maintain the chat box. So great to see Suresh, Sakshi, fantastic. Guys, keep adding in the comment box or in the chat box, because it gives me a feedback. Usually मेरा आदत क्या है ना, I was always in a offline sessions. Last 7 to 8 years I was delivering talks. So मेरा आदत है, I look at the students, I look in their eyes. I watch my mentees sometimes laughing, sometimes getting excited, 1 or 2% getting, so make sure, since it's a digital world, it's a virtual world, the only way through which you can communicate is through the chat box. So keep the josh high, no matter what challenges come. COVID, lockdown, ये तो बहुत छोटे challenges है. आप तो warrior हो. You have to overcome so many big challenges, and I'm sure, 100% sure you're gonna do that. So कभी छोटा मोटा कुछ issue भी हो जाए, तो उसको chat box में लिख के सबका mood खराब ना करे. Just keep the patience and make sure the Josh is always high. So I'm great to see some of the enthusiastic and exciting people like Neha, Suresh. The Josh is high, and my Josh is absolutely high. I'm feeling very energetic. So next 2.5 hours are gonna be the most exciting, most energetic, most intellectual. We are going to brainstorm ideas. I'm going to talk about entrepreneurship, startups, validation, valuation. I'm going to talk about business planning. I'm going to also share a lot about why some startup founders fail, why there are some businesses which were not able to survive in the COVID situation, and why there are some businesses that are making amazing growth in the COVID situation. I think some of you might be aware about this startup called as Whitehead Junior, which has been acquired by Byju's. They are doing so brilliantly well. Whitehead Junior is just an 18 months old company. Now imagine, 18 महीने चलने वाली कंपनी इतने फास्ट ग्रो होती है, उसको एक्वायर किया जाता है, स्पेशली उस टाइम पे जहां पे मेजॉरिटी ऑफ द पीपल, एंटायर वर्ल्ड इज समहाउ क्राइंग, कोविड-19 आ गया और धंधा डाउन है एंड पीपल आर नॉट एबल टू मेक मनी और जॉब्स जा रहे हैं, 90% ऑफ द जॉब गोइंग पीपल दे क्राई. I'm sure you might have also observed this. 90% of the people, those who are in the job, they are not happy somehow, क्योंकि उनको पता है कि they are not free. They are not free about your time. They are not free about their thoughts, their ideas, and they are not really, getting the opportunities to implement their own ideas. So 90% of them, they are not happy. 10% of the people, somehow, if they get a good high, वो बड़ा salary package है, something like that, तो somehow महीने के एंड में जब सैलरी आ जाता है, पगार आ जाता है, तब तक के वो खुश है, बट rest of the days they are not enjoying the work. And the most important thing for which majority of you have joined this program, they are not changing the world, they are not making a big difference in the world, and you, yes, you listening to this are gonna make a huge difference. So the Josh has to be very high. Fantastic, guys. So guys, before I start, I want to know how many of you are existing entrepreneurs. Just type in the chat box if you are an existing entrepreneur. It means that you have already been in the business from last 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years. Then just type in the chat box I just want to check how many of you are existing entrepreneurs. Raghavendra is entrepreneur, Harsh is entrepreneur, Mahi Balaji is an entrepreneur. Fantastic. Santosh is an entrepreneur. Okay, superb. And others, I'm assuming that either you are doing a job or you are a student. Maybe you are an engineering student or MBA student. So how many of you are doing a job? Just type in the chat box because I'm assuming that you are doing a job, but since you have enrolled or registered for this program, you have that inclination. Okay, Shriratna, Suresh, Sugantha, Shreyas, superb. So you were attracted to that tagline called as be your own boss, be an entrepreneur. As Balkrishna says, he want to become an entrepreneur. Superb, guys. So guys, first of all, I want to just clap for all the people who are already an entrepreneur, existing entrepreneurs, and all those who are not entrepreneur, but who want to become entrepreneur. So जैसे बीच में हुआ था ना, मोदी जी ने रिक्वेस्ट की थी and we all have come in the balcony and we clap for the doctors and the health workers and the police. I usually clap for my entrepreneurs because I know, being an entrepreneur, I myself know that how tough, how challenging it is to become an entrepreneur, especially if you are from a Marathi family, then you can relate with me. How many of you are Maharashtrian? Just type in the chat box, Jai Maharashtra. किती माझे मराठी बांधव आणि भगिनी आहेत इथे? जय महाराष्ट्र. Just type in the comments JM. Okay, जय शिवाजी, जय महाराष्ट्र. ऋषभ, साक्षी, श्रेयस, आकाश. अरे बापरे. Superb. Raghavendra, most of you are, I think 50% of you guys are Maharashtrians. So जय महाराष्ट्र guys. आणि जर का तुम्ही मराठी फॅमिलीत आहात तर तुम्ही समजू शकता. आणि I can also understand की किती चॅलेंजिंग असतं, बिकॉज आपल्या घरांमध्ये कोणीच केलेलं नाही, त्याच्यामुळे कोणीच आपल्याला सांगू शकत नाही की कसं करायला पाहिजे आणि कसं नाही करायला पाहिजे. सो द जर्नी, द प्रोसेस इज व्हेरी हार्ड. तुमची आणि माझी लढाई मार्केट सोबत, कस्टमर सोबत, गव्हर्नमेंट पॉलिसी सोबत तर नंतर आहे, पण आपल्या स्वतःसोबत, आपल्या स्वतःच्या फॅमिली सोबत, आपल्या स्वतःच्या माइंडसेट सोबत जास्त आहे. सो आवर जर्नी इज व्हेरी टफ. इट्स व्हेरी टफ. सो फॅन्टास्टिक गाइज, सुपर. I'm really glad to see that most of you are in the business and some of you are actually aspiring to start. So now I want you to type in the chat box why you have decided to join this webinar and what are your expectations. Just in one line, you can type in your own words what exactly you want from this, because as far as I'm assuming, from last 4-5 years interacting with a lot of people like you, those who are either business people or those who are somehow aspiring to start, most of you have this question. First, what is the exact process to start up? What are the exact guidelines to start your own business? ताकि हमसे वो गलती ना हो जो 90% of the business people की जो गलती होती है. So, first question is, what are the exact steps? Neha says, I am expecting a right direction. Suganta says, next level of business. Superb. Some of the existing business people are suffering because the cash is blocked. There are no new customers, new clients, how to acquire new customers, how to do sales, how to do marketing, what is digital marketing, how to raise funds, how to manage people. लोग छोड़ के चले जाते हैं, अच्छे लोग मिलते नहीं हैं, और अच्छे लोग मिले तो फिर उनको मोटिवेटेड कैसे रखे, रिटेन कैसे रखे. जैसे राघवेंद्र बोल रहे हैं, डीलिंग विद पीपल, यस, पीपल मैनेजमेंट. एंड देन Balkrishna says, I want to provide employment and want to capture market as soon as possible and want the direction. Superb. I'm going to give you a perfect right direction about how to go ahead about it. Fantastic. Prabhakaran says, okay, guys, only type in the chat box. Prabhakaran, I'm getting your chat. I'm getting your comments. Shreyas is saying tools and frameworks should be discussed. Fabulous. Fabulous. Fantastic. So guys, I'm getting your comments. Prabhakaran, Mr. Prabhakaran, yes, I'm getting your messages, no problem. Nunal is saying how to target proper audience. Fantastic. First of all, Nunal, I appreciate that at least you are aware of target group, because that is something, a big mistake which majority of the entrepreneurs commit. They say कि उनका market जो है ये पूरी दुनिया उनका market है. It doesn't happen that way. There is a specific target group. There is a specific group of people who are your target group. Fantastic. Sugandha says, I want to know MLM, that is multi-level marketing and trading, have startup category. Balkrishna says, I want to know the trends and opportunities in the market. Fantastic. Superb, guys. Superb. So guys, those who are already in the business, please type in the chat box what kind of business you are in. And those who are doing jobs, please type in the chat box what kind of job you guys are doing. So as far as you have done the registration process, I know some of you are from the sales and marketing background, some of you are IT professional. Dipanshu is into a tech startup. Diptanshu, okay, sorry, it's Diptanshu, yeah? Okay, Diptanshu, let me tell you, you are in a very, very right space. Thanks to COVID, entire education system has shifted to online. In fact, many of the businesses, 90% of the businesses, they have shifted on online, digital, virtual. Raghavendra says manufacturing and technical consultancy. Okay, Raghavendra, let me tell you, your client, I mean, the manufacturing industry suffered a lot in last 6 months. In fact, Indian economy has somehow in last, I think, बहुत सालों में 23.5% से negative में हम लोग हैं. So काफी challenging जा रहा है. Sheil Ratna says production. Shreyas says lost job in COVID-19. Sorry to know that, Shreyas, but I must appreciate that you have decided to learn this new skill of being your own boss. In fact, Shreyas, आपका comment पढ़ के ना, I feel so glad that way back in 2020, or rather, sorry, 2010, 2010 में, I have decided to start my own venture. Me with couple of my co-founders, we decided to start our own venture. It was into health food chain, and there was no family business background. There was no proper guidance, but then we jumped into business. In fact, that is the title of my first book, Before You Jump Into Business. And this book is an Amazon bestseller, luckily. So last Diwali, we launched this book, but now it's doing but we failed. We failed very, very badly, losing almost 5 years and losing almost 50 lakhs, almost 5 million का नुकसान होने के बाद, there were so much of personal issues, emotional challenges, family drama, and all that stuff. But then I was again back to job because there were a lot of liabilities and there were a lot of loans, and I was the only child from my family, so I was responsible to take care of my small daughter. So I was again back to job, and then I was fortunately got in a job where मेरा जो role था, my role was to meet with a lot of entrepreneurs. My role was to meet with all those people who have some startup ideas, especially in the technology. And then my role was to evaluate those ideas, help them to plan their sales and marketing strategies, and also help them to raise the funds, to raise angel investment for their startup. So that's how, I was again back to job. But the irony of life, the destiny, it again pushed me in the world of entrepreneurship, again meeting with 5,000 plus startup founders, helping them, mentoring them. So that gave me a clear cut sign, clear cut direction. In fact, in that process, I got a lot of invites from engineering colleges, from MBA colleges. I got a lot of invites from, a lot of startup forums. I started sharing my journey, especially the failure journey, what lessons I learned from those failures. Then I started, sharing the insights, the wisdom based on what I got to learn from those 5,000 plus startups. And in that process, I was again back to business because I realized that, Vikrant, you have to be back to business, inspiring people, making people realize that entrepreneurship also is an opportunity. And those who jump into business without any guidance, without any knowledge, helping them with right guidance at the right time. So 2016, almost 4 years back, we started this company called as Your Sarthi, in the mission of inspiring entrepreneurs, mentoring entrepreneurs, funding startups. And Pranit, if you could just type in the chat box about the URL of our company, or others, you can check www.yoursarthi.com. So this is the company we started in 2016. I think some of you are already part of our community. Maybe you are following us. So how many of you were already aware of who is Vikrant? What is Your Sarthi? Just type in the chat box. Let me just check. Aniket, Runal, Sheelaratna, Diptanshu. Fantastic, guys. Superb, superb. So guys, last 4 to 5 years, we have been inspiring a lot of people who are in the job to start their own business. And in the process, we also conducted, Pranit has shown the video. Yes, absolutely. So in that video, you might have gone through, what exactly we have been doing. So when I was reading one of your comment, I realized 2016 May, I was blessed, and somehow I was really very lucky that I decided to be my own boss and to become an entrepreneur, a full-time entrepreneur. And today, कोविड 19 का इतना इम्पैक्ट, थोड़ा बहुत इम्पैक्ट तो हुआ है, बट बहुत ज्यादा इम्पैक्ट नहीं हुआ है. मैं किसी के ऊपर डिपेंडेंट नहीं हूं. आई एम एन इंडिपेंडेंट पर्सन. जॉब्स हैम्पर हो गए तो उसका इम्पैक्ट मुझ पे, मेरे फैमिली पे ज्यादा नहीं हुआ है. थोड़ा बहुत हुआ है बट बहुत ज्यादा नहीं हुआ है. और ऐसा भी नहीं है कि बहुत साल जॉब करने की वजह से आई एम फीलिंग लाइक, बहुत सारे लोग बहुत साल अगर जॉब करते हैं और उनको जॉब से निकाला जाता है तो दे फील लाइक हैंडीकैप, बिकॉज दे हैव नॉट ब्रश्ड अप देयर स्किल्स. उन्होंने अपने स्किल्स पर काम नहीं किया, उन्होंने अपने आप पर काम नहीं किया. एंड बिकॉज ऑफ दैट दे आर इन अ पोजिशन टुडे, बिकॉज ऑफ कोविड, कि दे आर नॉट गेटिंग द जॉब्स. सो बॉस, देयर आर ओनली टू ऑप्शंस. either you do a job or you start your own business. To start your own business, you need to have the right motivation, the right guidance, and the right direction. Most importantly is right direction, right guidelines. So make sure all those who have lost the jobs in COVID, I'm sorry to know that, but let me tell you, it's an amazing time to be your own boss. It's fabulous time to start your own business. Now I want you, because I see many of you are smart people, many of you are already in the business. So I want you to type in the chat box why this is the best time to be your own boss. What do you think? Why this is the fabulous time to be an entrepreneur? ये समय खुद का बिझनेस करणे के लिए, सोचणे के लिए सबसे बढ़िया क्यों है? हा वेळ असा का आहे की या वेळेस याच्यापेक्षा बेस्ट टाइम आपण हिस्ट्रीमध्ये कधी बघितला नव्हता. सो व्हॉट आर युअर थॉट्स? आय वॉन्ट यू टू टाइप युअर थॉट्स इन द चॅट बॉक्स. Type in the chat box. What are your thoughts? Why this is the best time? Aniket says having time to invest on ourselves. Yes, because of lockdown, आपका traveling time बच रहा है. Majority of you are working from home. कहीं बाहर ज्यादा जा नहीं सकते हैं, तो learning के लिए इससे बढ़िया time नहीं हो सकता है. Ajay says we can get more people to work. Yes, because people have lost the job, so you get employees at a very, very reasonable rate. Shreyas says let's try to another option. Yes, best time to invest in ourselves. Diptanshu says I'm a college student. Okay. Speed of comments is amazing. Energy is very high. Mrunal says there could be no such downfall in decade and starting from a downfall is great to experience. Yes, in fact, Mrunal, मैं आपको बता दूं जितनी भी बड़ी बड़ी कंपनीज है जैसे डिज्नी है जैसे वॉलमार्ट है ये सारी कंपनीज तब born हुई थी. These companies were started at the time when there was huge recession. In fact, recession keeps on coming. Exactly 10 years back, there was global recession. उससे 10 साल पहले भी बस but this is a pandemic. तो pandemic की वजह से इकोनॉमी पे इंपैक्ट ज्यादा हुआ है. But yes, you said it very, very rightly. There could be no such downfall in decade and starting from a downfall. Fantastic. Raghavendra says, lead to new ways doing work. Okay, what else? What do you think this is the best time? Okay, let me share my experience based on my 15 years of experience, based on my 10 years of entrepreneurship, 5 years ka failure, 5 years ka success, based on 10,000 plus startup ideas, and of course whatever books I have read. So let me tell you why this is the best time to be your own boss. Reason number one: world is 7.1 billion. World is 7.1 billion. So when I say world is 7.1 billion, what hint you get? In fact, let's not talk about world. Let's talk about our India. East or west, India is the best. Let's talk about India. India is almost 1.32 billion according to Worldometer. According to Worldometer, मतलब हम बोलते हैं ना 100 करोड़ से ज्यादा आबादी वाले हम हैं. So what do you think? What hint I'm trying to say? Why this is the best time to be your own boss, to start your own business? Reason number one: world is 7.1 billion and India is 1.32 billion. So what do you think? Why? What I'm trying to convey? Type in the chat box. Guys, let's keep this workshop as very, very interactive, because I'm not gonna give you a lot of gyan or something, but I'm gonna give you a right inspiration. I'm gonna help you. Fantastic. Akash is saying we have big market. Yes, 7.1 billion people. It means that 7.1 billion market. 1.32 billion people in India. It means that 1.32 billion people is a market. It's a huge market. It's not a population, it's a market. And this is the reason why majority of the companies from last 20 years, they have targeted Indian companies. All the Chinese brands, if you see TikTok, you all are aware of TikTok. We all are using this Zoom. Many of the companies, they targeted India because they know that India is the most flourishing market. And thanks to technology, because of which we can access not only to India, but we can export, we can connect to the people who are based out of India as well. So first reason, population. I call it market from business point of view. Second reason is the technology. Look at this. I am based out of Pune. I'm operating from my place. I have this webcam. I have this MacBook. I have this mic and I have this ports. I have the internet connection and I am able to connect with you guys. So how many of you? So just type in the chat box from which city you belong to, so that you will understand the power of technology. Which city you belong to? Okay, majority of you guys are from Pune. Okay, fantastic. Sugandha is from Chennai. Diptanshu is from Kolkata. Chennai. Diptanshu is from Kolkata. Kolkata का अभी हम रसगुल्ला खाने आया था Diptanshu, बहुत बढ़िया था. Mahi is from Baroda. Okay, Baroda हमारा वो क्या बोलते हैं आप लोग? So guys, in between I have this habit of thoda bahut jokes crack karne ki. So just bear with me, so that I want every session has to be very, very interesting, exciting. Maza aana chahiye yaar. It should not be a boring thing. So others, so see guys, you see the power of technology. There is someone who is sitting in Kolkata. Some of my mentees, some of my students, they are sitting in Bangalore. There is someone from Delhi. There is someone from Hyderabad. There is someone from Jalgaon, Khandesh. So people can connect because of this technology. So first reason, market. Second reason, technology. And the third reason is that there is huge fund. There is a lot of fund available. And because of this fund, there are a lot of opportunities. There are people like me who are ready to invest in your business, invest in your startup, provided that you take the decision, you take the call, you take the action. So guys, it's an amazing time to be your own boss. How many of you feel this is exciting? Just type in the chat box exciting. If you feel this is exciting, just type in the chat box exciting. Thanks Balkrishna, Christina, Raghavendra, Rishabh. Superb guys, superb. So guys, this is probably the best time I have seen in my life, because as I was sharing in my earlier venture, 5 years, we were actually going door to door, and we failed because there was no promising technology, there were no such guidance, there was no such ecosystem where people like me, जैसे हम लोग आपको guide कर रहे हैं वैसे, there was no guideline system, there was not such things happening called as webinars and seminars and sessions and training programs and mentoring programs. There were no mentors as such, professional mentors. हाँ, free ज्ञान देने वाले बहुत लोग थे, वो आज भी है, but there is no free lunch. So guys, so it's exciting time. It's exciting time, and I feel that you should, those who are not the business people, those who are in a job or those who are students, this is the time you should start up. This is the time you should start up. So how many of you are 100% sure that you want to be your own boss, and those who are already in the business, but today you joined it because you are facing some problems, because somehow motivation levels are going up and down. Some of you are struggling because of sales. Some of you are not getting results as per your expectation. But still, if you are 100% sure, then I want all of you to type in the chat box, I am 100% sure. Type in the chat box. Let me check. Because iske aage, whatever I'm going to share is going to be very, very serious. It's going to be very, very valuable. And only few people will get benefit out of it. So let me check how many of you are firm. Raghavendra, Balkrishnan, Christina, Neha, Mrunal, superb guys. So guys, if you are 100% sure, then let's move to the next part of today's webinar or workshop on what are the exact steps, what you should do before you jump into business. Many people, they jump into business and they take some decisions, and many of them they fail. So what are those reasons why some people fail, why we fail in our earlier venture, and what is that exact method or that exact process which if you follow, you will not fail and you will go to a very, very right levels. You will go to the next levels and you will succeed for sure. Because I'm here today to make you 100% successful. Question is, are you serious enough? Are you ready for it? And if you are ready for it, as I see most of you are saying 100% sure, then let's start the journey. Let me just give me a second where I'm going to just put off the video. And I'm going to just change my position, because for the second half, I'm going to show you a small slideshow where I will be actually showing you the exact steps on how to be your own boss. What is the first step? So as I know, some of you are already in the business. I want you to type in your chat box, what is the exact first step? What do you think? What is the first step? मतलब कोई इंसान अगर बिजनेस करना चाहता है, if someone wants to start his own business, then what do you think? According to you, what should be the first step? Just type in the chat box. Ajay is saying idea. Balkrishna is saying planning. Okay, smart guys, but still I'm not getting the perfect one. So just type in the chat box. Raghavendra is saying vision. Identifying the area of your own interest. Yes, that's good. Diptanshu says to build an efficient team with good co-founder. Yes. Tejal is saying strategy. That's quite close. Okay. Okay, problem solving, product. Good, Akash, good. So guys, I just want you to give me a confirmation if the quality of my video and audio is perfect. Then just type in the chat box perfect. If everything is all set, just type in the chat box perfect. If you find any issue in regards to internet or everything, perfect. Thanks a lot, guys. Thanks a lot. So guys, now I'm going to show you a PowerPoint, a simple PowerPoint where you will get an idea about, I hope, I'm sure that all of you are ready with your diaries, notepads, what you call the iPads. If you're noting down your points, then that is going to help you a lot. Fantastic. So guys, I hope if my screen is visible now, if you can see the screen. Just give me confirmation, Pranit, or anyone, if the screen is available or it's visible properly. Okay, super. So guys, let's start. I think Pranit has already given idea about me, so I'll just keep this part. So guys, this is the first book. This book is for all those who want to start their own business. So this book is called as Before You Jump Into Business. And this is an Amazon bestseller. You can see the tag. And जैसे मैंने ये book launch किया, I launched this book and within a month's time, it became an Amazon bestseller. And then we launched this second book, Survive Your Startup. So I am an author of these two books and the books are doing amazing. You can see on the Amazon bestseller tag. Both the books are available on Amazon and Flipkart, but any one of you, if you want discounted price or maybe my signed copy, then you can approach to my team. Chalo. So moving forwards, guys, these are some of the endeavors. These are some of our work. We have been, doing it offline. Physical ज़्यादा था, लेकिन lockdown के थोड़ा पहले हमने online काम चालू किया था. But thanks, we pivoted. Thanks, we changed, and now we are, operating everything online. So no matter you might be at any place, but then we are able to help you. We are able to connect. We are able to guide you. So guys, how to start up? Now, some of you said idea. Some of you said problem solving. Some of you said validation. Some of you said many things. They are right, but not perfect. So I'm going to tell you just 10 steps. Take it very, very seriously. These steps are based on my 5 years of failure, my 5 years of success, and all the 10,000 startup business people with whom I have worked closely. Step number 1, it's not about planning. It's not about idea. It's not about your product. Learn before you jump. I repeat, step number 1, learn before you jump. 99% of the startups, according to Forbes, they fail. 99% of the startups, according to Forbes, they fail because first reason is engineering complete करने के लिए they take 5 years. To become a doctor, they take 5 years. To become a manager, MBA degree. So I'm a MBA from Pune's top institute. To become a manager, I studied for 2 years. To become a proper corporate manager, I worked with corporates for almost 5 years. I wonder, only entrepreneurship is something where people jump blindly. People jump blindly without learning it, without understanding how this game is, without knowing the facts, without being very, very, thorough about understanding this stream, without being 360 degree, analysis करने के पहले ही they jump because they get excited, because they watch some motivational videos, because they watch some motivational updates, because someone said कि okay, job में मजा नहीं है, you should do a business. So they jump blindly. And even we committed this mistake. जब हमारा पहला venture था, when we started our first venture, we jumped into it blindly and we failed. So this was the first lesson which we got. To get this lesson, we invested, or rather we wasted 5 years of our life and 50 lakhs of our savings, थोड़ा family का पैसा, थोड़ा investors का पैसा, थोड़ा co-founders का पैसा. But then understand, the lessons, the learnings which we got to learn by wasting our 5 years, or rather 50 lakhs, this lessons, if we would have got, अगर किसी ने हमें पहले बताया होता, before we jumped into business, then things would have been fantastic. Then things would have been fabulous. And today I appreciate people like you who are smart enough. Before you jump into business, you are at least ready. So first step is not about planning. It's not about idea. It's not about product. The first step is learn the process, learn this game. This is a game. It's not like that 9 to 5 job where you get every month salary. It's not something like where just जो भी आपका एक skill है उसके basis पर आपको काम मिल जाएगा. It's not like that. It's a business. You become an entrepreneur, you become an owner, and you are responsible for your business. Your business is your baby, your idea, your product is your baby, and you need to have all the skills which are required to become an entrepreneur. So first step is learn before you jump. Understand, get the knowledge, get the right information. So this is for those who have already jumped, those who are students or those who are doing job. But if you are thinking of starting up, then this is the right platform. This is the right forum which you have decided to understand the process first. I appreciate those who have already in the business, those who have already started their own business, maybe 1 year, 2 year, 3 years, relearn. If you have already jumped, आपने already start कर लिया है, 1 साल हो गया, 2 साल हो गया, but फिर भी कहीं ना कहीं कुछ गलत हुआ है. There were some mistakes which you know within, deep within, you know what mistakes you committed. Some of you might say कि नहीं वो luck खराब था और support नहीं था family का और हम ये वो. No, the reality is there were some mistakes because you were not aware, because you were not informed, because you were not having the right guidance. So relearn. There is no harm in relearning. So guys, how many of you feel this is the wise advice? Just type in the chat box, wise advice. Before you invest on your app, before you invest on your website, before you even invest on your product, before even you start hiring people, before even you invest on sales and marketing, the first thing is you should learn, you should invest on yourself. You should invest on you as an entrepreneur, because you are going to be hero of your business. Hero or heroine. I see there are some ladies over there. So heroes or heroines. Sakshi says wise advice. Christina says wise advice. Fantastic, guys. Others, if you are a bit doubtful, if you think that this is not the wise advice, then those who have already started the business, but they are not able to make huge money, if your company is not in the profit, if you are not making good money, if you are not able to scale it up, then you better understand this is probably the wisest advice which has been, ये advice को सीखने के लिए I have almost lost the 5 years. So relearn. So guys, in between, I'm going to also share some case studies of some of my mentees, of my students who have been part of our training programs, or they have worked with me on one-on-one mentoring or a consulting program. So there is this guy called as Dheeraj Kothari. You can check all these things on website. You can just note it down. Dheeraj Kothari is the founder of these two companies, Books Meridian and Nutsberry. And to tell you, Dheeraj is a Marwadi fellow. And I'm a Maharashtrian guy. So I always observe that Marwadi, Gujarati and Sindhi people, they are really good in business because they are the predominant, the communities, business communities, dominant business communities. In fact, I will recommend you one book called as The Marwadis by Jagat Sethi. I want some of you to voluntarily type in the chat box the name of the books which I'm going to recommend. So the first book I recommended at the start is The Magic by Rhonda Byron. Anyone can type in the chat box, The Magic by Rhonda Byron. You can buy this book. It's a very powerful book. And the second book on business is The Marwadis by Jagat Sethi. Please type in the chat box. Thanks, Tejal. Superb, guys. I love such enthusiastic mentees, students who are very, very active, who are very, very energetic, because you guys are sitting somewhere in Kolkata or Mumbai or Delhi, and I am sitting in Pune. So to get the confirmation that you are listening to it, I need to do this. The Marwadis, yes. Thanks, Tejal. Thanks, Mrunal. Superb. So guys, coming back to this case, Dheeraj, the founder of Nutsberry is into soft chickpea. They have developed a product called as soft chickpea, jisme, they use this pure good, not the sugar. And then they also have, so many of you are from Pune, so they also have an organized library where you can go rent out the books. This is called as Books Meridian. If some of you know Aund, in Aund there is this place called as Chaat Bazaar. Just above Chaat Bazaar, you can see Books Meridian. So the founder of these two companies, he was in the business from last 4 or 5 years, family business, everything is good.
But somehow he got connected to my team and he said that I want to work with Vikrant, I want his consulting and guidance. So when he approached to me, I said, Dheeraj, ये तो मैं बहुत पहले की बात बता रहा हूँ. I'm talking about 2016-17 when I started this professional training and mentoring work. So when I said, Dheeraj, you are already in the business. In fact, you earn more than me because we were having a small office, chota sa team tha. So I said, Dheeraj, what I will teach to you? I mean, I'm a Marathi guy, you are a Marwadi guy, you are already in the business, आपके family में business है. तो आप मुझसे क्या सीखोगे? So you know what Dheeraj said? Can anybody guess? Can anybody type in the chat box? When I said to Dheeraj, Dheeraj, I can't mentor you, I can't consult you. So you know what he said? Can anybody type in the chat box? Because this is the biggest ingredient of successful startup founders or entrepreneurs or rather successful people. Can anybody guess? Please type in the chat box. जब मैंने धीरज को कहा कि धीरज मैं आपको क्या सिखा सकता हूं, आई एम जस्ट आप मुझसे ज्यादा आप अर्न करते हो. फैंटास्टिक माही. So as Mahi said, Dheeraj said, I'm still learning, I still want to learn, and learning is always great to grow. How many of you agree to this? Learning is always great to grow. If you want to grow, in fact, I was listening to Amitabh Bachchan's interview and Amitabh Bachchan को किसी ने कहा कि अमिताभ बच्चन जी ये नए नए जो एक्टर्स आते हैं, रणबीर कपूर, रणवीर सिंह, तो आपको उनसे डर नहीं लगता, आपको उनसे इनसिक्योर फील नहीं होता है? तो अमिताभ सेड, आई गेट टू लर्न फ्रॉम देम. इमेजिन, महान महा क्या बोलते हैं हम उनको, महा अभिनेता, द ग्रेटेस्ट एक्टर इन द बॉलीवुड, अमिताभ बच्चन सेड, आई लव टू लर्न फ्रॉम देम. Yes, Mahanayak. Yeah, Mahanayak. So, guys, this is for all those who are already in the business or those who are, above 40, above 35, or above 50. Those who think that they are more qualified, their age is more, they don't want to learn. Then let me tell you, I'm not the right person for you. All those who are passionate about learning, all those who are passionate about moving forward, all those who want to go to the next level, and all those who have a learning ability, then I am the one who can help you a lot. So step number 2, validate yourself as an entrepreneur. Before even if you start working on your idea, before even you start planning on your strategies, validate yourself as an entrepreneur. Now, I want to know how to validate yourself. What do you think? When I say validate yourself as an entrepreneur, what does it mean? Who is an entrepreneur? What qualities are essential to become an entrepreneur? Forget about ideas, yaar. Forget about ideas. Come on, Facebook is not a great idea. Come on, Flipkart is a copy paste of Amazon. Come on, Ola is a copy paste of Uber, but Ola is doing amazing. Diptanshu says networking ability, good. Mahi says market observation, superb. Diptanshu says leadership, fantastic. Mrunal says risk taking. I want all of you to clap for Mrunal because this is the biggest ingredient. Ajay says see your self-image as an entrepreneur, so your action is in that way. Okay, sounds good. Neha says leadership quality, decision-making power. So guys, let me tell you, the first ingredient, the first quality of an entrepreneur, एक ऐसी चीज जो आपको बाकी लोगों से, आपके जॉब में जितने भी कलीग्स हैं उनसे, आप अगर स्टूडेंट हो तो आपके बाकी फेलो स्टूडेंट से, और आप अगर एक एंटरप्रेन्योर हो तो आपके कॉम्पिटिटर से अगर कोई चीज आपको डिफरेंशिएट कर सकती है या कर रही है, तो वो है द एबिलिटी टू टेक द रिस्क. रिस्क टेकिंग एबिलिटी इज द मोस्ट important ingredient of any successful person on the planet. Have you not observed Sachin Tendulkar exactly when he's completing his 90s, 94, 95, way back? I mean, one days में टेस्ट में बाहर की बॉल को छेड़ देते थे. Such a risk taker. Have you not observed महेंद्र सिंह धोनी, विराट कोहली? Have you not observed? आपको पता है, some of you might be aware of this story. डर मूवी जो है ना, डर मूवी, किरण hey Kiran. So this movie, Dar movie, was actually been given to some different actor, and that actor rejected that movie because it was a negative role. So वो role एक villain का role था, तो he said कि अगर मैं negative role करूंगा तो मेरा image खराब हो जाएगा. And then there was this guy Shah Rukh Khan who was very struggling at that time, and he decided to take this risk. He decided to take a risk and to take a chance. उन्होंने जोखिम उठाया. And then that Dar movie gave him a very, very different, different level altogether. And after that, दो तीन movies, I think उनकी आप में से कुछ लोगों को पता होगा, तो you can just type in the chat box. Then there were 2-3 movies which were again he did the negative role, and then and then again he was positioned as a villain, but then later he changed, he again came in a Chak De, and so risk taking ability, this is the biggest ingredient. How many of you, tell me honestly, tell me honestly, because otherwise this session is gonna be just another session for you. Just थोड़ा सा ज्ञान ले लिया, हाँ मजा आ गया, विक्रांत से, विक्रांत का एनर्जी लेवल बहुत अच्छा है and all that stuff. This is not gonna help me, right? It's gonna help you if you are genuine, if you are honest. So tell me, how many of you love to take risk? If you love to take risk, then you have to type in the chat box I love. If you like to take risk, then type in the chat box I like. And if you want to learn to take risk, then type in the chat box I learn. Neha, Mrunal, Mahi, Raghavendra, fantastic guys, superb. Ajay, Sakshi, Christina, Tejal, superb guys. So guys, first, either you should love to take risk, or you should like to take risk, or at least you should have that inclination towards learning this ability. Because अगर ये तीनों भी चीज नहीं है, तो मैं आपको अपफ्रंट स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड अभी बता दूं, ध्यान से सुनो सब लोग. If you don't love to take risk, if you don't like to take risk, if you don't want to learn to take risk, then this is the time you should leave from this webinar, because then I am not going to help you. I am not the right person, because whatever I have achieved, I have taken huge risks. Imagine one guy from a Marathi family, belong to a typical government officer ka ghar, jahan pe, secured 9 to 5, everyone, all my family members, all my friends, all my colleagues, everyone are in that safe zone. And I take the risk, I fail, and then again I bounce back. Imagine, that's so tough. So this, and so today, whatever life I'm able to live, I'm working from my home, I'm able to enjoy the work, I'm able to enjoy the work-life balance, at such a small age, I was able to do a lot of things for the society, just because I decided, because I take risks. डर मुझे भी लगता है, even I get scared at times. मेरा पैसा चला गया, अगर मुझे किसी ने धोखा दे दिया. When I invest on some training programs, when I invest on some consulting, even I am scared, but then I take the decision, I take the action. So make sure that either you love to take risk, or you like to take risk, or at least you should have a inclination to learn. Otherwise, second ingredient, to be a warrior. To be a warrior means to overcome the challenges. March 22, COVID-19 lockdown was announced by Mitro. I hope you got my point. 22 मार्च को ऐसा बड़ा झटका लगा, कितने सारे businesses fail हो गए, कितने सारे businesses बंद हो गए. And there are some people who are growing. There are some people like us who are sustained. And then there are some people, they're still figuring out how I should take my business online. Arey, why not? You have a mobile phone, you have an Android or iOS, you have a MacBook, or you have a laptop, you get everything like this, maybe this, you get everything on Amazon. You can actually pursue your passion, sharing to the world, creating a YouTube channel, giving ads on Facebook, doing an Instagram shout out. There are so many things. So problems might come. Financial problems, sales related problems, family related problems, health related problem. But an entrepreneur is someone who have a quality of a warrior. When I say warrior means वो हमेशा challenges overcome करने के लिए तैयार रहते हैं. So if you love to overcome challenges, then this is the game for you. If you like to face problems, then this is the game for you. Being a warrior. Third thing, how many of you are aware of Y Combinator? Y Combinator. Just type in the chat box if you are aware of Y Combinator. We call it YC. Yeah, so Diptanshu is aware. Diptanshu, meanwhile, I want you to just type in the chat box, what do you know about Y Combinator? So guys, Y Combinator, when I was doing a research about Y Combinator is one of the world's largest accelerator, which helps startups. They fund to startups, they help, they mentor, they guide, and they take you to the next level. So a lot of big companies like this document wala company kaun sa hai yaar? I want someone to type in the chat box. Dropbox, and all the other companies, they were accelerated from Y Combinator. So when I was doing a research of Y Combinator, they invest in you, they invest to the products. So when I was doing a research, their first criteria why they will invest in your company or in your business or in your idea is not your product, not your service, not your idea, not the market potential, but on you. It's an incubator and accelerator where startups are mentored. Not only mentored, Diptanshu, but they also fund. That is important. So their criteria of funding is whether the founder or whether the entrepreneur is coachable, whether he is mentorable, whether he can be mentored, whether he can be coached, whether he can be trained. When you join a new company as a job, you are trained. You're trained. आपको ट्रेनिंग दी जाती है कि कैसे काम करना है, कैसे नहीं करना है. When you join anything, you have been guided, you have been trained. When you join an army, when you join a sports, cricket, when you join an acting, for everything you are trained. Only for entrepreneurship, people jump blindly. They don't take any trainings, they don't take any guidelines, and then they fail. And then they say, okay, we tried our level best. We learned a lot of lessons and we became public speaker like Vikrant. So guys, how many of you feel that you are coachable? Tell me honestly, how many of you are coachable? Because I'm going to share an example of this beautiful lady, Shweta, who is one of my mentee, one of my students. She's an example. Such a great coachable attitude. How many of you are coachable? When I say coachable, it means that you can be molded. जैसे होता है ना वो मिट्टी का घड़ा, उसको चेंज किया जाता है, उसको शेप दिया जाता है, अदरवाइज मिट्टी तो है. उसी तरह आप भी मिट्टी तो हो. इवन आई एम ऑल्सो मिट्टी, राइट? मिट्टी से आया है, मिट्टी में तो जाने वाले हैं. बट अगर आपको शेप मिल जाता है, व्हेन आई से शेप मींस राइट गाइडलाइंस टू योर स्किल्स. हाउ मेनी ऑफ आई सी जस्ट बालकृष्ण, मृणाल. Type in the chat box. Let me check. I'll just have a sip of water. How many of you are coachable? Serious coaching I'm talking about, not the free YouTube का videos and not the free webinars. वो तो मुझे पता है कि लोग आजकल जहां जहां फ्री वाले वेबिनार है सब अटेंड कर लो और उससे सब ज्ञान आ जाएगा. It will not happen. You better know that because you have already done that. Akash, Aniket, Sakshi, superb guys. I'm talking about serious coaching, rigorous 3 months, 6 months coaching. So these are some of the people. So there's this lady called as Shweta Patel. You can write down all these names. You can search these people on Facebook. You can join them. You can follow them. जैसे Funny Vijay hai, the guy who started today. Shweta also sometimes start our show. Shweta is the one who connected with me 6 months back. And Shweta is a mother of 18 months old baby. The lady you see on the screen, उनका स्टोरी बड़ा इंटरेस्टिंग है. व्हेन श्वेता गॉट मैरिड, श्वेता डिलीवर्ड अ बेबी एंड श्वेता का थोड़ा वेट बढ़ गया था एंड देन शी फेस सम सोशल इश्यूज. सो समहाउ शी रियलाइज्ड दैट देयर माइट बी सो मेनी वुमेन इन द वर्ल्ड हु माइट बी फेसिंग सिमिलर इश्यूज, weight gain issues post pregnancy or when you deliver a baby. So she has discovered some innovative techniques by which she has maintained her weight, and she now guide people on how to maintain your weight or how to lose your weight post pregnancy. So she joined me and she wanted to be my mentee. She wanted me to mentor her, and she said, Vikrant, I want to join. So I said that this is my criteria. You need to be very, very coachable because I'm a very strict coach. She joined. 6 months she is doing such a fabulous thing. 6 महीना जैसा जैसा मैंने उनको बताया, whatever I guided, she followed, she surrendered. She was completely following what I guided her, what I said. She was part of the system, and immediately whatever she invested in the training program, she started recovering that money within a month because she is coachable, because she is mentorable. In fact, I'm blessed. 90% of my mentees, including Funny Vijay, including Suraj, Suresh, Subhash, Amit, everyone are very mentorable. They are not those kind of people who just feel that nahi apne ko sab pata hai. These are the people who are coachable, who want to learn. Because I failed, and I don't want someone to repeat that. I don't want you to repeat those mistakes which we did. So I'm there to give you those ready-made guidelines. So who is an entrepreneur? Risk taker, warrior, coachable, and learner, as we have already discussed. Moving forward, step number 3. Step number 1, learn. Step number 2, validate yourself as an entrepreneur. And step number 3, immediately validate your ideas and implement it very, very fast. Lot of people, I'm going to share some common mistakes. Lot of people, what they do, either they get so many ideas, same pattern, guys. Working with thousands of people, I have observed some same pattern. Lot of people, they get so many ideas, बहुत सारे ideas mind में आते रहते हैं, so they really don't know कि किस idea पे काम करना है और किस idea पे नहीं. First mistake, you should not have too many ideas. अगर बहुत सारी ideas आ रही है तो उसमें से सबसे commercially viable which can be converted into a profitable business model, वो idea को आपने pursue करना चाहिए. Second mistake, many people, they are always just thinking. They don't want to share their idea with anyone because they assume that if they share their idea with anyone, people will copy. Let me tell you, under Indian patent law, I mean, if you are an Indian person, then you don't have the option of protecting your idea. You can't, aapki idea, anyways, it is nude. Your idea is anyways, it's available. That's the reason you see majority of the big success are copycats. So if you think that your idea, you don't want to share with anyone, then just keep it with yourself, and that idea will be actually in the dustbin, or somebody else will copy your idea, somebody else will implement it. So first mistake, too many ideas. Second mistake, they don't share their ideas with anyone. Third mistake, they share their ideas not with the mentors, with the experts, with the people of startup ecosystem. They share with their wife, they share with their husband, they share with their brother, they share with, I don't know, they share with their people, those who have never been in the business, and they ask for their opinions, and people are ready to give you free opinion. You ask with anyone. आप अगर एक काम, एक job कर रहे हो कहीं, if you are doing a job somewhere, you ask about your idea to your colleagues, and your colleagues will say, अरे भारी है ना यार, करना, it's very great idea, so amazing idea, करना. जितने भी लोग आपको बोलते हैं ना, so all your friends, your colleagues, your family members, your relatives, those who are giving you all those invaluable free advices, if they are saying that your idea is amazing, go ahead about it, then ask them to invest in your business, ask them to invest in your startup. How many of you have tried this? What are your thoughts on it? Just type in the chat box. बहुत देर हो गई, मैंने आप में से किसी को सुना नहीं है, I mean, कुछ पढ़ा नहीं है आपके बारे में, तो चैट बॉक्स में लिखिए. Have you observed this? Mistake number 4, they don't validate the idea. They start immediately building the product. Reasons are ready for not investing. Yes, just because, Mronal, they don't believe in your idea. They are your family people, either they are your friends. So उनका कुछ जाता नहीं है ना, उनका कुछ नहीं जाता है जब वो आपके आइडिया के ऊपर. See, any person giving you any free opinion or free advice, उनका कुछ नहीं जा रहा है, right? So that's the reason my most crucial, my most important advices, I never give free of cost. In fact, in today's webinar also, I'm not going to reveal those most important secrets because they have value. Because anything you offer free of cost, people will not value. So guys, mistake number 4, very few people, I mean, many people actually, many people, they commit this mistake. They immediately start building the product. वो immediately product पे काम करना चालू कर देते हैं. I remember one of the case, these guys were doing a fantasy sports app. They approached to my team, and when they approached to me, they were actually 10 lakhs to 15 lakhs down. 10-15 lakh गवाने के बाद, then they approached to my team, and then they didn't approach for mentoring. They approached for funding, but somehow my team guided them properly that they will also need handholding, because imagine they have invested 2 years in the business. They have invested 15 lakhs in the business on just building an app, which probably nobody wants because they have not validated it. So this is the biggest mistake. I have seen almost hundreds of such cases, especially people from IT industry. somehow they get excited about building an app because they know how to build an app, and somehow they start investing because they are already earning good. So side by side they will invest on every damn thing, but they will not invest on themselves. So mistake number 4. So guys, how to validate your idea? I just want to know how many of you have ideas. Just type in the chat box idea, or you can just type I. How many of you have ideas? Akash, because some of you might get an opportunity to share your idea. Let me check. Suganta, Balkrishna, Vishal, Mrunal, superb guys. Diptanshu, Sakshi. So guys, let's do an interesting activity. Now I'm going to stop the screen, share. I'm going to give you an opportunity. Only few of you to share your idea with everyone, and then I'm going to guide you on how to validate your idea. So on the count of 1, 2, and 3, the person who will write in the chat box, that person will get the chance, and I am going to start the video for that person, and that person will share the video. So 1, 2, 3. Those who want to share the idea, Diptanshu, Balkrishnan, fantastic. Mrunal, okay, so stop. So guys, Diptanshu, Mrunal, and who was the second one? I can't see over here. Just type in the chat box the name. Meantime, मैं Diptanshu और Mrunal को access दे रहा हूँ. Guys, make sure that immediately you are just gonna get 1 minute. In 1 minute, you are gonna talk about your idea. You are gonna talk only about idea, and then you have to start your video and audio, and you are just going to share about your idea, and then I'm going to share a bit about your idea. So Diptanshu, you can start your video. Okay, Balkrishnan, yes Diptanshu.
Hello
Yes,
everyone. So
yes, Diptanshu, go ahead.
So this is Diptanshu. I am currently a BTech third year student at KIT University, and
Okay.
right now I am working on an edtech startup Edumai India, which
Edumai India,
provides robotics course and coding course to
Okay.
kids and from aged 8 years to 15 years.
Okay.
And we are also providing right now guidance to college, like school students who have just passed out class 12 and gave entrance examination and are for going for counseling to different colleges. So we are
Okay.
matching them to the college students who are actually studying in that college, and they get real time feedback of that college. Like for example, I am studying at KIT University, so we are matching a student who is wants to apply for KIT University and wants to get the real-time feedback, like how is the college, how are the faculty, how is the environment. So we are matching them with our student ambassador in different colleges, and we are having a one-to-one call mentorship with the students.
Fantastic. So Diptanshu, if your URL or something is ready, please type in the chat box. And meantime, I want to know, Diptanshu.
Yes, sir.
So Diptanshu, what stage you are at? You guys have already launched it, you are already doing it, or you are in addition?
Yes, we are like a beta stage mode, like a pilot testing mode. Right now, we have already three successful one-to-one mentorship we have done, and also for the robotics and coding course, we have done one successful session, but we have got mixed feedback, like good and bad. So we are right now working on the module part, changing our way of teaching and all. So we have just
Fantastic.
stopped that part, and right now focusing on one-to-one peer-to-peer counseling portion right now. That's the main point.
Superb. So Diptanshu, you guys are doing full time? You're full time into this?
Yes, we are into full time. Like we have 3 co-founders. Like we are all from colleges or college student, but we don't want to like just go on for placement and all. We are just want to like build our own startup and like create jobs.
Great. Diptanshu, if I'm not wrong, I think 2 years back I have been to your college, KIT, right? Kolhapur Institute of Technology.
No, Kalinga Institute of Industrial Technology at Bhubaneswar.
Okay, Bhubaneswar. Okay, I thought KIT. KIT is also Kolhapur Institute of Technology. So I was in Kolhapur 2 years back. So we were having a IIT Bombay tie-up. I was across India. I was actually also at Kolkata. I think someone is from Kolkata. So I was also at Kolkata. Anyways,
Yes,
Diptanshu, so yeah.
I am from Kolkata only.
Okay, okay.
I am from
Great,
Kolkata only.
great, great. Okay, so Diptanshu, what steps you have taken to validate the product, validate the idea?
Like we have kick TBI in our college, and there
Okay.
is a panelist, and like we have also a active ESL in our college. So we have talked to the panelists over there and seniors who have been into startup mentorship and all. We have
Mm-hmm.
just got the mentor, like have shared our ideas and got the feedback, and we have
Mm-hmm.
launched the product. Just a
Okay.
main, like we have not into, like we don't have any professional like mentors and all, just what our colleges provide, like resources from the college, like kick TBI,
Okay.
we have TBI in our college, and also active ESL. That's the
Mm-hmm.
main part. We have used that resources only right now.
Okay. Okay. Great. 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 Okay, Diptanshu, thanks a lot. Now I want Balkrishnan to start the video and just share about your idea in 1 minute.
Hello, sir.
Balkrishnan?
I'm able to hear.
Yes, Balkrishnan, you can start your video.
So I'm not able to start my video.
No problem. No problem. I'll just give you access. If you're not able to start, you can just share. I mean, you are audible. Just go ahead. No problem.
So I have just idea means I was free in this pandemic, so I have just thinking about the business ideas. So big cities now lockdown has been over and people are moving out from their homes.
True. True. It's unlock. Unlock is going on. Balkrishnan,
Yeah, sir.
go ahead. Yeah.
So people are carrying means moving through their bikes and car, and they might carry means corona at their home. So my business idea is that we can install sanitizer company, something like that. Means we can suppose we are living in Pune, we have big societies in Pune, so we can install their plant for car sanitization and bike sanitization. Once people are back to their home from jobs or from any other place, we can sanitize their car and bikes.
Okay. So you are gonna give a service of sanitizing, right?
Yes, sir.
Not the
That
machines, not the machines, right?
not the machines. We are going to give service at their home place.
Fantastic.
We can
Very, very
have
good idea.
some place near about societies, so people would have not go anywhere else. They will sanitize their car in the society only. They
Okay.
can go.
Amazing. Amazing. I got it. Amazing. Amazing. That's
Yes,
fabulous. Yeah. So the only risk is about your own life, your own thing. But then risk taking is something I teach. Risk taking is something
yes,
I
sir.
inspire. So, but that's good. So the only thing is you have to be careful about, you might have to invest in the PPE kits and you have to be careful about. So as like doctors are doing.
Yeah, sir.
Yep. So Balkrishnan, you have what stage you are at? आता काय
Sir,
चालू आहे
I'm
म्हणजे?
BCom, sir.
Okay, but about your idea, what stage you are at?
Sir, I'm I'm planning with it.
Okay, it is just in the addition stage.
Yeah, sir.
Okay, and have you validated it? Have you done any kind of validation?
Sir, I have speak to my parents, but
Okay,
they are not responding, so I need investor and people like you, so I can share with them and can get explore to my ideas.
definitely, Balkrishnan. So I'm there to help you. You can stay connected with my team. They will give you my slots, available slots, and you can book my appointment, and we can definitely help you.
So I have one more
Excellent. Yeah,
idea, sir.
yeah,
I have
Balkrishnan. Share. Just
so
share
as
fast.
sir, as I'm Maharashtrian, sir. So I was means basically I belong to Shirdi, but I live in Pune. My father has business over there. So in this pandemic, I was in my village and I saw that there are women who work in farms, but at summer they don't have work to do at farm due to the conditions, so they don't work and they just sit at home, so they are not able to earn and they are starving. So they are good at making Maharashtrian papad, different types of papad, so we can market that papad in big
Market.
cities.
Superb,
Yeah,
superb,
we can.
Balkrishna,
And
superb.
so
Balkrishna,
we
I
can.
must say that you have, after a long time, I mean, I think it's been last 6 months before COVID, almost
Yeah,
50 to 675 webinars, almost thousands of people. But when I ask a couple of them to share their idea, very few people talk about the realistic idea. I'm not interested in new ideas. I'm
yeah,
interested in the ideas which are commercially viable, which are the need of the market. So आपके
yeah,
ideas सुन के लगता है you have that, that वो जो कीड़ा होता है ना बिजनेस का, वो कीड़ा
yes.
है आपके अंदर. But I think some guidelines, some there are some help which you need, and my team will support you in that definitely.
Okay, sir. So
Thanks a
if
lot,
we'll once
Balkrishnan.
we will get connected, I have more two ideas. I will share
Sure,
with you.
sure, sure, sure. Thanks a lot.
So
Now you,
so how can we connected, sir?
yeah. So my team will guide you on it, Balkrishnan, for everyone, for everyone. Runal, now you can share your idea or whatever in your mind. You can start your video, audio, whatever you are comfortable with.
Sir, actually, I'm not that experienced as both of them. I just have a
No
raw
problem.
idea about.
No problem. No. Even Balkrishnan has a raw idea. He has not started working on it.
Yeah, sir.
So go ahead.
So,
Go
so
ahead,
the
Runal.
idea is just like Uber, I have to start a startup
Hmm?
about traveling, which will
Okay.
help the women to travel even in the night, and the drivers would be
To
like
women.
women only. Huh.
Okay, fabulous. In fact, just a couple of days back, I came across with this idea. I was also brainstorming this with my team. This is a fabulous idea. It's a need. It's a need. In fact, a lot of time, I observe some of the friends of my wife. I mean, they have to travel. उनकी flight होती है 1:30 की रात को, 2 की. बहुत बार उनके हस्बैंड्स को जाना पड़ता है, बट उनको मॉर्निंग में कुछ काम होता है, तो कैब्स, पहले कैब्स थोड़ा कंफर्टेबल थी, अब उतना कंफर्टेबल नहीं रहे. तो वेरी गुड, गुड आइडिया मृणाल. सो मृणाल, अभी आप क्या बस मतलब आइडिया जस्ट माइंड में है, राइट?
हाँ सर, माइंड में, बट
उस
मतलब
पे
क्लैरिटी नहीं है कि क्या क्या चाहिए उसके
कैसे
लिए,
करना है. ठीक है,
रिक्वायरमेंट.
ठीक है. उस पे कुछ वैलिडेशन वगैरह कुछ हुआ नहीं है, राइट?
नो सर.
ओके, ओके, ठीक है. चलो, गुड. थैंक्स मृणाल. नाउ यू कैन पुट ऑफ योर वीडियो. Okay, I think Akash is saying, okay, Akash, usually थोड़ा time का limit होता है, इसलिए I just give chance to couple of people, but let me just give you chance. So this is the last one, guys, because अगर टाइम बचता है, आप लोगों के में कैपेसिटी होती है, तो 10 बजे के बाद मैं रुक सकता हूँ. तो उसमें देखते हैं, मैं आपको में से कुछ लोगों को और चांस दूंगा, वी कैन डिस्कस इट. बट राइट नाउ आई एम गिविंग चांस टू आकाश फॉर द स्पेशल रिक्वेस्ट. Harish is saying in Mumbai already Priyadarshini cab service is there exclusively for women. Okay, good one Harish. मैं बताऊंगा आपको कैसे वैलिडेट करना है. आकाश, प्लीज स्टार्ट फास्ट एंड जस्ट 40 seconds you have.
Sir, my idea is about every student have to carry so much books in their bags, assignment, and everything. I want to develop a software where in that software there will be all textbooks, and whichever book you want to be, you just give a subscription of 99 rupees per year, and you can uh,
Okay, so you want to rent out the books, or you want to give it on what subscription basis?
Subscription basis means government publish their books on my on my software. सब मराठीत बोलू का?
मराठीत बोल. जय महाराष्ट्र आकाश, बोल बिंदास्त.
तर सर माझा सॉफ्टवेअर असं बनवायचा होता ज्याच्यावर जे गव्हर्नमेंटचे कॉलेज बुक्स असतात ना, कॉलेज बुक किंवा टेक्स्ट बुक्स सगळे त्यावर पब्लिश होतील ना. मग पोरांना कसं बुक्स कॅरी नाही करता आले पाहिजे, ते त्यांच्या ऍप वरतून बुक्स स्टडी करू शकतात कॉलेजमध्ये.
ओके, म्हणजे सॉफ्ट कॉपी करायची आहे त्याची आपल्याला.
हा, सॉफ्ट कॉपी करायची आणि त्याची सबस्क्रिप्शन. आता बुक्स कसे वर्षाला घ्यायची म्हटलं की 500-600 पर्यंत जातात. आपण जर पब्लिशरने जर आपल्या ऍप वरती पब्लिश केलं की 99 रुपीज पर मंथ इज सफिशियंट. सो म्हणजे स्वस्तात मस्त काम होतं.
स्वस्त आणि मस्त. परफेक्ट. आकाश, याच्यावरती काही व्हॅलिडेशन झालेलं आहे?
नाही सर, मी आता जस्ट
जस्ट विचार करत आहे. ठीक आहे आकाश, थँक्स अ लॉट. मी तुला शिफ्ट करतोय वापस पॅनलिस्ट मधून अटेंडीज मध्ये. And now guys, I am going to share. So all the ideas are good, fabulous. I am happy to be in the great idealistic people, very enthusiastic people. But now listen to this carefully. Everyone, not only for these people, but जितने भी लोगों को कुछ idea है, whenever you get idea in your mind, the first step, write it down. Whatever might be in your mind, whatever language you are comfortable, English, Hindi, Marathi, just write it down, the idea in your book. Write it down. Try to write more about it. So when you write an idea, you just don't have to write the idea, but you just have to write about the first crucial question, that is, who is your customer? Because ultimately the future or the value of your idea is not about what you like, but what your customer need or your customer want. So first thing you need to define is, define who is your customer. Define what is his problem. Because if the customer is in problem, it means that he is in need. If he is in need, it means that he is looking for some product or some service. If he is looking for some product or service, it means that he is ready to pay because he has the pain points. So how to validate the idea? First, write it down. Second, define who is your customer. Third, define what is his problem. Fourth, define whether he will pay for it. 99% of the ideas fail because people don't validate it in terms of commercial viability. So आपको इस बारे में सोचना है कि जो भी आप करना चाहते हो, जो भी आप बेचना चाहते हो, वो कोई खरीदने वाला है या नहीं है. क्या लगता है आपको? If you think, then you have to move to the next step. You need to discuss this idea with the experts, with the mentors, with the people, those who can give you a practical opinion and not just a biased opinion. When I say practical opinion, मतलब वो business angle से आपको questioning करेंगे. जैसे मैंने अभी 3 लोगों को जो option दिया था, मैंने थोड़े से उनको questions किए. तो उसी तरह you have to go deep down. So next step is then try to approach to these people who you think will buy your product or service. For example, in Mrunal's case, Mrunal Kulkarni's case, Mrunal has to interact with some of the ladies, some of the women who travel and who travel through cab. So Mrunal को उन सारे women को जाके मिलना पड़ेगा जो कैब से ट्रैवल करते हैं या ऑटो से ट्रैवल करते हैं, क्योंकि जो वुमेन, देखो वुमेन या तो घर पे है, हाउसवाइफ है, या तो वुमेन खुद कंपनी की बस से जा रही है, ट्रैवल कर रही है, या तो कार से ट्रैवल कर रही है, या तो टू व्हीलर से ट्रैवल कर रही है. तो वो उनका मार्केट नहीं है. प्राइमरी द टारगेट मार्केट इज ऑल दोज हु आर मे बी बाइंग थ्रू द कैब्स. यू नीड टू आस्क देम whether they are looking for this product. In case of Diptanshu, as far as I know, Byju's is already there, and then Whitehead Junior is already there, and there are so much of other startups. So why people will buy coding or coding courses from you? Because Whitehead Junior has people like Madhuri Dixit and Sonu Sood, and then that lady, dance lady. Anybody can type in the chat box. I don't remember her name. Farhan Akhtar wali, koi to Akhtar hai. So why they will approach to you? And जैसे हरीश ने कमेंट में लिखा है कि प्रियदर्शनी कैब सर्विस ऑलरेडी एग्जिस्ट. So next step is you need to do a competitor analysis, whether there are already some people who are doing the exactly same thing which you are doing. So these are some of the exact process about how to validate your idea. But then in our training program, we invest a lot of time on it. I invest a lot of brain on it. And apart from me, we also involve a lot of other experts who give their opinions as well, how to validate the idea. So Balkrishnan, I'll give feedback, but right now I need to move forward. So guys, if you have any questions, any doubt, then I'm going to answer all the questions, all the doubts at the end of the workshop or at the end of the webinar. So write it down, Mrunal, Diptanshu. I'm not going to read the chat box right now because, as per target, we also need to complete the presentation. But let me just cover up. Diptanshu says we have some exclusive products. Write it down, Diptanshu, in your diary, and at the end of the workshop, we will discuss. Mrunal says, sir, even I have thought about giving the job opportunities for driving. Fantastic. That's good, Mrunal. So guys, any one of you have any questions, doubt, any queries, please make sure that you write it down in your diary. And at the end of the webinar, at the end of the workshop, probably today somewhere around, I think 15-20 मिनट लेट हो सकता है, 9:15 9:30, तो जितने भी लोगों का खाना बाकी है जस्ट घर पे बता दो, जो भी आपके फ्रेंड्स, कलीग्स, मॉम, वाइफ, हस्बैंड, उनको बोल दो कि आपको वहीं आके परोसा जाए, जैसे मैं अपना सब ये सेटिंग करके बैठता हूँ. इफ यू कैन जस्ट चेक. So I'm ready over here so that 10 बज जाए, 11 बज जाए, काम नहीं रुकना चाहिए. It's a serious work. Thanks for reminding me. Yeah. So all those who have any questions, please type in the chat. Please write it down. And at the end, somewhere around 9:15, we will have a question and answer round. Jisme I will answer all of your questions. Sounds cool? If that sounds cool, then just type in the chat box cool. COOL, cool. Thanks a lot, guys. Thanks a lot. Okay, so moving forward, step number 4, business planning with the mentor. You might be expert in engineering, you might be expert in manufacturing, you might be expert in technology, but are you experienced enough in planning? So step number 4 is business has to be planned. आप में से कुछ लोगों ने सुना होगा, if you fail to plan, then you are planning to fail. I repeat, if you fail to plan, then you are planning to fail. So make sure that before you jump into business, plan it. Plan for 6 months, plan for 1 year, plan about every functions. Plan about sales, how you're going to do the sales, how you're going to market the product, what all activities you're going to do in marketing. Plan about how you are going to manage the fund, what is your budget, how much fund you have right now. अब मत बोलना कि नहीं पैसा कुछ भी नहीं है. So अगर बिल्कुल ही पैसा अरेंज करने की ताकत नहीं है तो you don't have the risk taking ability. पैसा तो जुगाड़ करना पड़ता है ना, पैसा थोड़ी होता है हमेशा सबके पास. एंटरप्रेन्योर्स के पास तो हमेशा होता ही नहीं है, but they do the jugaad, and jugaad has to be done as an Indian entrepreneur. So business planning, how many people you are going to hire, what resource you are going to plan. So business planning with the mentor, with the experts. Step number 5, funds planning and fundraising. So when I say funds planning, you need to plan the budget, how much money you will be needing actually to develop a website, to hire people, let's say to go to market, to build the product, to build the technology. या फिर आपका अगर नॉर्मल ट्रेडिशनल बिजनेस है तो उसमें आप अगर शॉप लेने वाले हो या फिर ऑफिस लेने वाले हो तो कितना पैसा एग्जैक्ट लगने वाला है, इसका एक प्लानिंग, इसका एक बजट, एंड देन रेजिंग दैट फंड. व्हेन आई से रेजिंग, इट मींस देयर आर सो मेनी ऑप्शंस: angel investment, venture capital, private equity. But then there is a process. Lot of people approach to my team because I invest in some of the students, some of the early stage businesses. Lot of people approach to my team and they say that we want to raise funds. So guys, in initial stage, जब आपके mind में बस idea है, that time you will not get the fund. That's not the time when government or maybe the other investors will put money into your business or your idea. That stage is called as ideation stage, and in that stage you have to bootstrap. When I say bootstrap, it means that you need to somehow put your own money and very conservatively, saving each and every cost. जितना सस्ते में हो सकता है उतना सस्ते में. So here I recommend one more book. I want someone to type in the chat box, The Lean Startup by Eric Ries. Someone please type in the chat box. The Lean Startup. In this book, there is a very fabulous way of managing your business in a very, very reasonable cost. How to go in a lean way. So type in the chat box, The Lean Startup by Eric Ries. I hope I'm audible. Nobody's typing in the chat box. What's wrong? Okay. The Lean Startup. The Lean Startup by Eric Ries. This is the book. Guys, I hope I'm audible to everyone. Please type in the chat box if I'm audible. Okay, just type in the chat box. Okay, thanks Mrunal, Balkrishnan, Mahi. Yeah, Mahi has written the lean startup. माही का नाम पढ़ के मुझे वो गाना याद आ रहा है, माही वे अंधेरा सखिया रे मंगदा नसीबा कुछ और है. So all those who want to become trainer or coach like me, we also help some of the trainers. So you can connect with my team and बीच बीच में थोड़ा गाना गा लेना चाहिए, थोड़े jokes मार लेने चाहिए, ताकि we should also enjoy what we do, right? Thanks, Mahi. I hope you liked my song, Mahi. Moving further, I want to share a case study of one of my mentee, Clutch Hill. Pranit or anyone, please just type in the chat box www.clutchhill.com. These are one of our mentee, जिनको हम पिछले 6 महीने से mentoring कर रहे हैं to raise the funds. This startup is owned by this two. Thanks, Pranit. This startup is owned by Saurav and Vasudha. If you see on your screen, these are the founder. In fact, मैंने अभी उनका इंटरव्यू लिया. जितने भी लोग हमसे जुड़ जाते हैं, हमारे कोर्स में ज्वाइन हो जाते हैं, मैं उनका इंटरव्यू लेता हूँ लाइव जाके फेसबुक पे, यूट्यूब पे, so that I don't want to interview successful people, great people. I always want to interview my mentees, my students, so that I give exposure to all my 10,000 Facebook ka followers, all my 5,000 Instagram ka followers. So I take their interviews on Zoom. We take the registrations. It's a free thing. You can join every time whenever we have interview, and then we go live so that everyone gets the exposure. So coming back to the point, when we were mentoring these people, they were in the business from last 3 years, and they are into complete two-wheeler solution online. You can check their website. You can just click on the link. They are actually in the business of selling second-hand two-wheelers, certified second-hand two-wheelers online. So they, now they are raising the funds. So now we are helping them to raise the funds. To raise the funds means to approach to the investors or to take. Government has such a great initiatives like Pradhan Mantri Yojana hai. Then you have Mudra loans. And apart from government, Startup India Fund के अलावा भी आपको crowdfunding platform है, जैसे Crowdera है, and there are so many other these things. So there are so many ways through which you can source the fund. आप पैसे ना होने की वजह से बहुत सारे लोग बिजनेस में नहीं आते हैं. But what if I tell you that there are so many people who are ready to invest? Banks, they are ready to give you good kind of schemes. In fact, there are a lot of new restructuring schemes which have been launched for MSMEs. But the challenge is, do you know how to do it? And if you don't know, then you need to ask for help. People fail because they don't ask for help. I survived. I'm successful because I asked the help. I never feel shy about asking help because this is a different game, boss. You can't play this game with an attitude, with the ego. You have to play with a very humble approach, very humble attitude. So now we are helping this good founders, Clutch Hill founders, to raise 50 lakhs. 50 लाख का इन्वेस्टमेंट उनको दिलाने में हम लोग हेल्प कर रहे हैं. उनका इन्वेस्टर पिच डेक बनाना पड़ता है, एक प्रेजेंटेशन बनाना पड़ता है, जो प्रेजेंटेशन का एक फॉर्मेट होता है इन्वेस्टर्स को अप्रोच करने के लिए. एंड देन उसके कुछ प्रोजेक्शन शीट्स बनाने पड़ते हैं कि अगले 3 साल में उनका रेवेन्यू कहां से आएगा, कितना आएगा, उनका बजट किस किस में चीज में जाएगा, टेक्नोलॉजी में कितना जाएगा. सो वी आर हेल्पिंग टू बिल्ड दैट एवरीथिंग. सो एनी वन ऑफ यू, इफ यू आर लुकिंग टू रेज फंड्स, देन कनेक्ट विथ माई टीम. Step number 6, guys, we are on the concluding part of today's session as such. Then we are going to have the question and answers session. Step number 6, sales planning and marketing strategies with the real marketers. So plan your sales. People have great ideas, people have good products, people have amazing products, but they fail to sell. लोग बेच नहीं पा रहे हैं, इसीलिए लोग बिजनेस नहीं कर पा रहे हैं. Selling your product, talking about your product, your service. Selling is a skill. Understanding the customer's requirement, then pitching the product properly. Today, digitally, you can pitch the product. You can have a video. In our training programs, we actually teach you how to speak in front of camera, how to have this level of confidence where you can address hundreds of people on one platform. Then how to pitch your product. What is the right price? Then the marketing. You can't give an ad in the newspaper or television ad. Can you? In the initial stage, you have limited budget, आपके पास पैसा भी कम है, you have limited resources, आपके पास लोग भी कम है, and you have limited bandwidth, आपके पास time भी कम है. What you have is the guidance, is the support available. You need to be creative in that. You need to be very very जुगाड़ू in that. So you need to plan. आप खुद बोलोगे कि नहीं मैं इस तरह प्रमोट करूंगा. बहुत सारे लोगों को सेल्स एंड मार्केटिंग का एंगल ही नहीं है. They have not. मेरे केस में luckily why we are successful in this business because I slogged hard. In fact मेरा MBA मार्केटिंग में ही हुआ है. मेरा जो स्पेशलाइजेशन है वो मार्केटिंग है. उसके बाद में मैंने 5 साल मल्टीनेशनल कंपनी जैसे केलॉग्स. I hope you know Kellogg's. If you know Kellogg's, just type in the chat box. The company of chocos and cornflakes. So मैं Kellogg's के डब्बे जा जाके किराना दुकान में बेचता था. So I started my career in sales and marketing. मैंने FMCG products बेचे, मैंने education industry में काम किया है. Then I worked and I traveled across India. I met with thousands of people. So I have the skill of selling, and all those who become part of my training program or my one-on-one, the first thing which I train them is how to sell digitally. What is Facebook marketing? It's because of Facebook, it's because of email, and it's because of WhatsApp. You all have been able to connect with me and my team. How many of you are getting my emails regularly? Maybe the emails about our motivational quotes, entrepreneurship quotes, about the webinars, about the workshops, about the programs. And let me tell you, these emails, मेरा जो email का software है वो email automatically आपको भेजता है. WhatsApp groups, मेरी team, Pranit, I guess have 20 to 25, 35 WhatsApp groups. He manages. I'm not there on WhatsApp, but he manages all the WhatsApp groups. So guys, what I'm trying to say, the marketing has to be planned. Today, 80% of your marketing should be digital. When I say digital, it means a combination of website, your Google ads, your Facebook ads, your YouTube, and your Instagram ads. For that, you need to learn this digital marketing. At least basic level पे चीजें आपको पता होनी चाहिए. बहुत सारे लोग बोलते हैं कि नहीं ये सब कुछ हम नहीं सीखेंगे, हम ये सब कुछ किसी और से करवाएंगे. बस करवाने के लिए भी you need to have the management skills. You need to know how to get the things done from people. It's not that easy. Step number 7, resource planning. When I say resource planning, it means बहुत सारे लोग. I remember one of this startup called as Wishfunda. Anybody please type in the chat box www.wishfunda.com. Wishfunda.com is one of my mentee, Neha Wadikar, पुणे based है. और काफी अच्छा उनका वेबसाइट है. आप देखोगे तो उनका काम जो है, what she is into, she creates experiences for you guys. Thanks Neha. She creates experiences for you, right from chocolate testing से लेके reptile का ये, and then jungle में safari, and very innovative experiences. She was very passionate about idea, but then she was not able to sell. She was not able to take it to the next level. She approached us, she became part of our program, and then when I guided her, then she has not had costly employees. In fact, there are so many opportunities where engineering and MBA students, they can become part of your initial journey. You can give them a certificate and they can work as an intern. You will save your cost and the students will get an exposure and they will get to learn. In fact, मेरे पास बहुत सारे engineering और MBA students as a voluntarily intern के जैसे काम करके गए हैं. अब उसमें से बहुत लोग, आप में से कुछ लोगों को डिजिटल नील शायद पता होगा. If can anybody type in the comment digital Neil? The founder of digital Neil, this guy Nilesh Komatwar, he was an engineering second year engineering का बंदा था, मेरे पास join हुआ as a volunteer, and today he is my competitor. He is doing amazing. He's doing fabulous because he learned entrepreneurship. So any one of you, if you are a student and if you want to join us as an intern, just type in the chat box I, and you can connect with Pranit. Balkrishna, okay. Balkrishna, Mrunal, Ajay. Okay, guys, we do have our internship opportunities in our company, your Sarthi, and in our mentees companies as well. In fact, jitne bhi students hai, I would appreciate you guys should compulsorily do an internship with us and with our mentees so that you will learn startups, entrepreneurship, that too free of cost. But you need to be serious. Let me tell you, all the students, primarily I used to work with engineering students and MBA students, but nowadays from last 2 years, we don't work with students because very few students are serious, very few students. And I see Neha, Ajay, and I see some of you are really serious. So good to see some students over here. So you can join, you can approach to my team. They will guide you on how to join the internship. Resource planning के बाद होता है next step is get the firm register. Common mistake. Sir, I will register a private limited and then I will register an LLP and then I will start selling the product. Very, very big mistake. I think when I was going through some of the profiles, some of you are, I think there was one lawyer and there was one chartered accountant. By any chance, is there any lawyer or chartered accountant? If you are there, just type in the chat box. So guys, my CA advised me to, in fact, this CA also advised to our mentees not to get into a private limited. First, just have a proprietary firm if you are a single founder, or you can, if you are partners, then you can go for a partnership firm. As Harish is saying, okay, Harish, you can validate my point. It is recommended at initial stage not to get into private limited because there are so much compliances which you should not get into it. First, you should validate. First, you should sell. See, guys, Harish ji ne validate kiya hai point. In fact, thanks to great, chartered accountant like Harish and all the CAs in our community who guided us. Step number 9, protect your IP. IP is nothing but intellectual property. Patents, trademarks, copyrights, designs, and trade secrets. These are called as intellectual property. Many people, especially those who have some idea in the EV or those who have some innovative idea, they want to patent their product or their idea. So let me tell you, आइडिया को आप पेटेंट नहीं कर सकते हो. आप आपके प्रोडक्ट या आपकी प्रोसेस को पेटेंट कर सकते हो. इनिशियल स्टेज पे ये मैंने रिकमेंड नहीं किया है. पहले 8 स्टेप्स आपको, यू डोंट हैव टू प्रोटेक्ट योर प्रोडक्ट. First 8 steps, once you are set, then you can think of protecting your IP. But us pe bhi I would recommend you to have a opinion, a legal opinion. And the last step, but not the least, is launch MVP. MVP is, can anybody type in the chat box? What is MVP? What is an MVP? Fantastic, Diptanshu. Minimal viable product. Lot of time people commit mistakes. They keep on investing a lot of money, time and effort on building a great product, a perfect business, a perfect service. हम पहले सब कुछ perfect करेंगे, उसके बाद में हम market में आएंगे. Big mistake. आप perfect करने की first of all, there is nothing called as perfect. How many of you agree to this? Just type in the chat box. There's nothing perfect. This world is not perfect. Neither the market is perfect, nor you are perfect, not I am perfect. Neither the greatest of the greatest. Today, even my iPhone has a lot of problem. Today, even my, the world's $1 trillion valuation जिस company का है, उस company में भी problem है. So there is nothing perfect. So launch a MVP. When I say MVP, it means कि अगर आपको app download करना है, आपको अगर एक app बनाना है, तो ऐप से पहले आप एक वेबसाइट लॉन्च करो. अगर आप वेबसाइट लॉन्च करना चाहते हो तो व्हाट्सएप या फेसबुक पेज पे उसको सेल करने की कोशिश करो. अगर आप बड़ा शोरूम डालने चाहते हो तो एक छोटे से सेटअप से ट्राई करो. टेक बेबी स्टेप. अगर आप कोई चीज शॉप के थ्रू बेचना चाहते हो तो घर से बेचना चालू करो. अगर आप ऑफिस डालना चाहते हो तो पहले घर से ट्राई करो. लॉन्चिंग एमवीपी इज नथिंग बट इंट्रोड्यूसिंग अ स्मॉल प्रोडक्ट, जस्ट अ प्रोटोटाइप इन द मार्केट टू टेस्ट इट, whether people are liking it, whether people are ready to buy, whether people are, initial feedback के लिए जो चाहिए होता है, that is called as minimal viable product. Now the last case is about one of a guy called as Mr. Sandeep Karekar. Sandeep Karekar 2 साल पहले मुझे join हुए. He was doing a good job, but he wanted to start a business into selling gold online because उनका domain expertise था. तो we guided him to not to leave job. In fact, आप में से जितने भी लोग जॉब में हैं, मेरा पहला कंडीशन ये रहेगा कि आपको जॉब अभी नहीं छोड़ना है. पहले आपको लर्निंग प्रोसेस करना है, पूरा प्रोग्राम समझना है, पूरा स्ट्रक्चर समझना है और फिर वैलिडेट करना है. वंस यू स्टार्ट गेटिंग सम ट्रैक्शन, once you start getting some revenue, once people start paying you, then that is the time you can leave the job. But right now, this time is not to leave the job. So How many of you feel this is genuine advice? Just type in the comment. Genuine advice. With the job, you have to first learn the business, validate your product ideas, plan your resources, arrange the funds, and then you can leave the job. थैंक्स माही, थैंक्स अजय. सो गोल्ड ओरना के फाउंडर को यही हमने गाइड किया 2 साल पहले. उन्होंने ये गाइडेंस को फॉलो किया. ही लॉन्च द वेबसाइट. यू कैन चेक द वेबसाइट. एनीबडी प्लीज टाइप इन द चैट बॉक्स www.goldorna.com. You can check their website. He's one of my favorite student. Again, a genuine follower who listened to what the mentor advises, and because of it, thanks Neha. Because of it, others, please check in the chat box. You can check the website, and that's it. So guys, here I'm done with the 10 steps about how to start up. Now I want to check how many of you are still excited, because I have an exciting news for some of you, which I'm going to share. And then we are going to have a Q&A session. And then after that, I'm going to have a small session as a bonus session to some of you on how to survive in this COVID-19 situation and what mistakes to avoid. This I'm going to cover at the end of the workshop. But right now, I'm going to share a big opportunity for only 2 or 3 people in this forum or in this webinar. So before that, I just want to check if you are excited to know the opportunity. Then just type in the chat box exciting or I or EX or whatever. Raghavendra, Mrunal, Diptanshu, Balkrishna, Ajay. Okay, superb. Christina, Neha, Suresh, superb guys, fantastic. Thanks for your comments. And here is a very big opportunity for some of the people who are serious, who want to really start the business maybe in next 3 months or 6 months or next 1 year, and who are coachable and who believe in risk taking, who take the actions very fast. So the opportunity, before I show you the opportunity, let's check about some people जो आपके जैसे ही कई सेमिनार when I say मतलब ऑफलाइन इवेंट में या फिर ऑनलाइन इवेंट में they joined and they grabbed the opportunity. Very few people grabbed the opportunity. Let me tell you, it's an experience of almost 7 years. Lot of free stuff, but very few people take the action. So you better know why you need this. So these are some of the mentees, as I have already shared. Clutch Hill, Gold Orna, 8 Farmers is doing amazing. Axsource Farmers, Wish Funda, Books Meridian. These are all people who were either students, who were either doing the job, or some of them, they were already in the business, but they joined us. They joined our community. They got engaged in our professional courses, and then we have taken them to the next level. So this is our entire community of all the entrepreneurs, startup founders, our trainers and their families. Can anybody guess where I am? I'm there somewhere. Me, my wife and my daughters and my team. Thanks, Mrunal. Yes. So you can see the person who is standing at the center, and that's my wife, and these are all the startup founders. These are all the people who are part of our community. Majority of them, they are either entrepreneurs, founders, business owners. They are doing a job, but they are part of, they learn the process. Some of them, they are trainers and their families. And then the kiddos, छोटे-छोटे बच्चे जो इसी उम्र से उस environment में आ गए. And then this is how we create the profiles. This is how we, Ganesh Godse, जिनके बारे में बताया, मैंने श्वेता के बारे में आपको बताया. Every 15 days, we meet all of my mentees, all of my students, we meet online so that we stay motivated, we stay in the positive environment. So big opportunity for you. Yes, only you, not the others, only few, to take you to the next levels. This opportunity is exclusively for all those who are doing jobs, जो job कर रहे हैं, all those who are aspiring to become an entrepreneur, those who want to become entrepreneur, जो एक business करना चाहते हैं, all those who are somehow failed because of COVID या because of earlier mistakes, all the stuck businesses, जो businesses आगे नहीं बढ़ पा रहे हैं, and all the innovative people, innovative early stage startups. This is not for those who are already in the business from last 10 years. This is for those either for the students, for working professionals, or early stage entrepreneurs. We are launching our 10th batch. We have already trained coach 9 batches. Every batch somewhere around 7 to 9 people. So somewhere around 100 people have become part of our online plus offline programs. So we are launching our 10th batch. Listen to this very, very carefully, guys. We are launching our 10th batch from next weekend, that is next Saturday. Every Saturday, this is a weekend batch for next 3 months. Next 3 months, live sessions with me, with some of the experts, with some of the subject matter expertise. We will be actually inspiring you, motivating you. We will be validating your ideas. We will be taking your ideas to the right levels. We will be teaching you how to sell, how to plan the business, how to raise the funds, from where to raise the funds. So this is a 3 months online coaching program. This is an online course. This is an online course. This is an online training program. This is an online mentoring program. So 3 months every Friday. So somewhere around 10 sessions मिलते हैं आपको every Saturday morning 9 till 1 p.m. Morning 9 till 1 p.m. You get the sessions, live sessions. This will be like Zoom. No matter wherever you are, you can be at any part of the globe. And there will be very few people, hardly 7 to 10 people become part of this sessions. And then you get the environment. So apart from the sessions, you get some free bonuses only for few people who will take fast action today. Free bonus number 1, apart from the live sessions, you get 24 pre-recorded lifetime videos. Yes. So live sessions तो 3 months चलेंगे. उसके अलावा आपके पास 24 pre-recorded videos, my videos, extremely energetic, extremely thorough, extremely realistic on digital marketing, on fundraising, on idea validation, on financial planning, on how to validate, on a lot of things. 24 topics, 24 pre-recorded videos. Free bonus number 2, you also get the copies of my 2 books free of cost, delivered at your place. आपके घर पे आ जाती है फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट. ईच बुक इज वर्थ 450 रुपीज. सो वर्थ 1000 रुपीज ये बुक्स है. ये वीडियो कोर्स जो मैंने बताया ये वर्थ 5000 है. सो यू गेट फर्स्ट बोनस टुडे. दिस ऑफर इज ओनली फॉर टुडे. यू गेट फ्री बोनस नंबर 1, all the videos, 24 videos. You get both the books. Free bonus number 3, you get all the action planners, you get all the notes, you get all the material to learn, to study. Free bonus number 5, you become part of our mastermind group. We call it अपने लोग. हर 15 दिन के बाद every Saturday, apart from your sessions, लाइफ लॉन्ग, लाइफ टाइम आप हमारे मास्टरमाइंड ग्रुप के पार्ट बन जाते हो. हर सैटरडे को आपका परफॉर्मेंस रिव्यू होता है, आपको मोटिवेशन मिलता है. देन आप में से कुछ लोगों का मैं पर्सनली इंटरव्यू लेता हूं. आई पोजीशन यू एज अ सक्सेसफुल पर्सन with my community, with my followers. I ask you some questions, then I give you the exposure. These are some of the interviews. Check this. This was Shweta's interviews, Ganesh interview. This is our community meeting. You see, all these people are part of our batch, earlier batches. See, this is Neha. This is Pragati, Piyush, Shweta. I have already shared about her. Free bonus number 6, my favorite. Apart from all this knowledge and everything, you get access to our network. Our network of somewhere around 10,000 people who are following me on Facebook, 5,000 on Instagram, all this WhatsApp group. So we promote your product idea. We promote your business in our network because you become part of our community. See, these are the 10,000 followers. If you check it on Facebook, if you are already following me on Facebook or Instagram, and this is our contact base, 5,000 mailers. हमारे mailers, जैसे आप लोग भी अभी हमारे database में आ गए हो. Every week we take webinars, so we keep on building our database. I have invested somewhere around 1 CR, 1 करोड़ रुपए इन्वेस्ट होने के बाद ये सारा जनरेट हुआ है. These are the 5,000 Instagram followers. So guys, in short, what you get 10 live sessions, with mentors. 80% sessions मैं लेता हूं, 20% sessions other experts लेते हैं. You get 24 pre-recorded videos. You get 2 Amazon bestseller books. You get notes, action planners. You become part of our community mastermind group so that you are always in a positive environment. You get cross promotional opportunities, and you get our database of 10,000 relevant leads. So common question, what will be covered? First session will be a workshop on high Josh motivator. I am gonna pour such a big energy in you कि आप imagine में नहीं कर सकते. I am gonna make you realize what is your potential, how much you can achieve, what is your passion. We will reveal your passion. Second is about understanding the game of business. Then the third session is mindset, skill set. We will make you an entrepreneur. We will help you in validating your idea, business planning, fundraising. So these are all the sessions. But apart from these sessions, हम लोग कुछ extra sessions भी लेते हैं as per your request. So we customize. Okay, that's it. So guys, how many of you are excited before I show you the investment part? Because I know many of you are waiting for it कि भैया पैसे बताओ सर, बाकी तो सब बढ़िया है. I'm going to share, guys. Don't worry. How many of you are excited to take it to the next level? How many of you are really serious to learn entrepreneurship and to become part of this live training program? How many of you want to continue this for next 3 months? Balkrishnan? Who else? Just type in the chat box I. I'm going to share what is the investment. In fact, I'm going to give a fantastic offer. Vishal, Diptanshu, superb guys. So guys, as I said, we will be giving opportunity to only 3 people, those who will take fast action. And here comes the most important slide. The investment for 3 months program, where you get 10 sessions and all those benefits and bonuses, is rupees 50,000. It's live. It's not a video course. It's live. But here is a great news. So I'm going to give an offer. Listen to this very, very carefully. I'm going to give an exclusive offer for only 3 people today. I'm going to give an exclusive offer. Yes, Bhavna, you will be also getting the certificate personally signed by me. This will be a certified course which will help you to raise funds as well. Because as per government policies, nowadays, if you want to raise funds, तो आपको एक certified startup coaching program करना ये mandatory है. If you want to take funds from government, you can Google it. So guys, today's offer only for 3 people who will take fast action is 50% off. 50% valid only for first 3 people who will book right now, who will take right now action, because I want to work only with those who are fast action takers. So now Pranit will share a link, InstaMojo link, on which you just have to click and you have to make the payment. You have to enroll yourself. Only 3 people will get this offer of 24,999, and then I will give them chance to start their video again, and we will move forward with the question and answers. So Pranit, please share the link. You can pay through InstaMojo, the link, or you can also pay via NEFT to our company account. You can pay via GPay, Paytm, PhonePe. All the details has been given. I hope all of you can see the link. You just have to click on the link and make the payment. Once you make the payment, immediately in your email, you get the 24 pre-recorded videos so that your process starts with today. And then I have one-on-one session with you in the next week, an exclusive one-on-one session, जिसमें सिर्फ आप और मैं रहेंगे. And then from next Saturday, that is from Navratri, your sessions starts. With you, there will be just 7 to 8 more people who will become part of it. Right now we have 3 to 4 enrollments. Today we will just take 2 to 3, and then we will start the batch in the next Saturday. You will become part of our community. So the process, I repeat again, you just have to click on the link. Pranit, I want you to paste the link again, just the link. You can pay through just clicking on the link, make the payment. Once you have done the payment, just update in the chat box, or you can just update to Pranit that you have done the payment. Once you make the payment, you get an email. In the email, you get the video course and all the notes. You start watching the video. Then in the next 2 days, you get 2 books. All the books are couriered to you in the next 2 days. And then you get one-on-one mentoring. Your process starts. We have to start the process fast because you guys better know already the time has gone. So that's the reason we take very fast actions. So all those who want to enroll, only for 3 people who will book right now, they will get the offer of 24,999. You just have to click on the link, make the payment, and you just have to update in the chat box. The payment link is also shared in your WhatsApp group. By any chance, अगर आपको chat box में नहीं दिख रहा है तो, if you are finding any problem in regards to payment link or something like that, let me give you a good news. If some of you are facing any financial issues, then when you click on the link, there is an option of pay later. आपको बस आपके डिटेल्स भरने हैं, उसके बाद में एक पे लेटर का ऑप्शन है जिसमें आपके बैंक अकाउंट से पैसा नहीं जाएगा. You just have to you can basically take a credit. You can just take the loan from these people, and they will you can pay it later. The history says all those who have enrolled for the program, before the program ends, they start earning the money if their product is good, if they go with the right guidance. Vishal, the link has been shared in the chat box, but if you want, I will paste it again. Pranit, if you can just share in the WhatsApp group. Vishal, the link has been shared. Pranit, you can also share privately to Vishal if he's finding any problem. Vishal, just let us know once you get the link. All those who are finding any problem, if you are not getting the link, if you're finding any problem, please let us know. Please type in the chat box. In next 5 minutes, once we have couple of enrollments, then we will start the question and answer session. I'm here till 9:30, 9:45 today. It's up to you how much patience you have, how much capacity you have, and how much serious you are. So make the payment, enroll yourself only for first 3 people, those who have guts, those who have decision making. And let me tell you guys, this investment is on yourself. And if you don't understand this thing in last 2 hours, if you are not able to understand that the most important asset of your business, of your product, of your service are you yourself. Because if you don't value yourself, then you should not waste money in your other things, building your product, marketing. First, you have to invest on yourself, skilling yourself, learning the process, learning everything end to end. So this investment is on yourself. If you learn to invest on yourself first, then you will learn. Then I will teach you how to invest in marketing, how to invest in sales, and what is the right investment. In fact, the moment you invest in the program, your initial all other investment will be saved, because I will not guide you. In fact, I never guide any of my mentees to waste the money on sales and marketing, because मेरा ready-made network, ready-made सब कुछ वो आपको मिल जाता है. So initially you will not have to waste. In fact, currently I'm working with this guy called as Nitin. Nitin is doing a job and he's having this health fountain. Pranit, after some time you can share the details of health fountain as well. After some time, Pranit. So now we are helping him to validate. He's doing a job. He's very, very naive. He's not very clear about which idea. He's not very clear कि अभी करना है नहीं करना है. But he's very clear about कि सीख लेना है, skill बढ़ा लेना है. So guys, take the action fast. The offer is valid only till I end the webinar. The moment I will end the meeting or the webinar, the workshop, the offer will not be valid. So you have to make the payment. Vishal, I hope you got the link. Pranit, can you please have a call with Vishal, or if you can just send him personally on his text. Vishal, you can see in the chat box. Others, take your call fast. Diptanshu or others. Okay, Vishal, what I'll do is I'll just paste the link again for you from my side. So all those who are not able to find the link, check the chat box where everyone was chatting. You guys were chatting, or you were putting the, what you call, your comments. I'm pasting the link over there. So we shall check this. Now I can see the link. Okay. So now you can click on the link, Vishal, and just make the payment. You can make the payment via GPay, via Paytm. On InstaMojo, there is an option where you can pay through your net banking or your credit card, debit card. There is also an option of pay later, where if you don't have, if you have finding some money problem, then you can just use their pay later facility where you can pay them later after they give you certain period, basically. Fantastic startup that is. Vishal, once you make the payment, please update it in the chat box. Then we can, proceed ahead. We are going to start the Q&A. So all those who are excited, all those who are energetic, all those who wish to take it to the next level, take the action fast. My experience says that there are a lot of people. In fact, I can see some names, Ganesh Nikhare, and some of them, they have been part of my free stuff. But they keep attending the free wala thing and they are stuck over there. Because the logic is very simple. Once you invest, you become serious. Once you invest, you start valuing what has been offered to you. Once you invest, you start looking for the returns. As an entrepreneur, at least once you invest, you should look for the returns. Okay. So we'll wait for another 4 to 5 minutes, and then we are going to start the question and answer session. Meantime, we shall just update once you are done with the payment. Guys, the offer is valid only for few more minutes. Your time has already started, but you have limited time. आपकी लाइफ भी अगर केयरफुली देखोगे तो you have limited time on this planet. You have limited, already you guys have, आपका age जो है is already, if I'm not wrong, majority of you are about 25-30. So you have limited time, you have limited resources, and you have already lost a lot of time and energy serving somebody else, working for someone else, helping fulfill someone else's dream, slogging hard, doing duty 9 to 5. So you have already it's gone. Now it's your time. वो गाना है ना, अपना टाइम आएगा. So if you want your apna time to come, then you need to take fast actions, quick actions, fast decisions, and wise decisions. A lot of people, they invest a lot of wrong money. A lot of people, they invest money on some wrong, what can I say? They invest on wrong people. They invest on marketing agencies. They invest on shops, paying the rent of office. They invest on their apps, their domain charges. Very, very few people, they understand and they value and they become part of the exclusive category. I was blessed to take such option. Vishal is saying, Vishal, just check it. I mean, there are options. Otherwise, you can pay through your debit card, credit card, or whatever, NEFT or something else. Okay, guys, there's one more opportunity. I mean, of course, if any one of you have, any problem in regards to payment, you can pay via EMI or something like that. Then just feel free to share. So apart from this, you also have an option. If you have a budget issue, then you can also go for a video course. If you don't want to go for a live program where 3 months you don't want the hand holding, don't want to become a part of a training program, then you can also go for a video course. And for video course, I would recommend people like those who are students. For them, video course is recommended because they have budget issue. But people like Vishal, Diptanshu, those who are already, they have started, for them, you can also go for EMI option. If you want to pay through EMI, then there are option. You can pay one EMI of 15,000 right now, where Pranit, you can share the link of EMIs as well. One EMI you can pay right now, and then the next EMI you will pay once the session starts or once the batch starts. So EMI option is also available, but in EMI option, it is a bit costly. I mean, 15,000 rupees, 14,999. Yes, you have to pay in two EMIs, 14,999 and 14,999. So 30,000 rupees are the charges of the training program if you go through EMI. But the best offer is to go for lump sum payment of 24,999. Okay, guys. So take your call fast, take your decision, and then we can start a question and answer round. So all those who want to pay through EMI, the link has been shared, and all those who have budget issues, who think that they just need a video course, then Padit, you can also share the link of the video course. Or all those who have any questions regarding this program, or regarding if you have any financial problems, or if you, because see, here we are to help you guys, but there are no free lunches, nothing benefits if it's free of cost. I know majority of you joined this thing because it's free of cost. I understand, it's been so many years I'm doing this work, so I know many of you got attracted because it's free, and many of you watch videos on YouTube and you have that mentality कि अगर हम लोग free में ही सब कुछ सीख सकते हैं तो why to invest. But this is a wrong thing. अगर आपको free में ही सब कुछ knowledge लेके आगे जाना होता तो आप न जाने कितने सालों से फ्री में गूगल यूज कर रहे हैं, यूट्यूब यूज कर रहे हैं, न जाने कितने फ्री सेमिनार्स और वेबिनार को आप अटेंड किए हो, बट हार्डली आप बहुत ज्यादा नेक्स्ट लेवल पे जा पाए. तो क्यों नहीं जा पाए? उसका रीजन ये है, द मोमेंट यू इन्वेस्ट इन अ ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम और अ मेंटोरिंग प्रोग्राम, यू हैव अ professional trainer or a coach, just like gym, just like your college teacher, just like your school teacher. There's someone professional who is expert into it. Since he has been there, he has been doing that. That's the reason he is expert into it. So since he is expert into it, he can guide you better in that. The moment you invest, you become serious. So you attend all the sessions, you basically try to utilize whatever is available. आई स्टिल रिमेंबर बहुत सारे लोग जो पेड वर्कशॉप्स में आते हैं, वो कभी भी बिफोर टाइम ज्वाइन करते हैं, लेकिन फ्री वाला है तो कभी भी ज्वाइन करेंगे. अब देखो, अभी जब हम लोगों ने स्टार्ट किया आज का भी सेशन, आई डोंट नो इफ यू कैन सी द अटेंडी लिस्ट, बट देयर वर समवेयर अराउंड 35-50 पीपल, बट नाउ देयर आर ओनली 12 पीपल, बिकॉज सो फ्री थिंग इज वेरी वेरी डिल्यूसिव. इनफैक्ट सम ऑफ यू माइट बी अवेयर, ये फ्री के चक्कर में बहुत सारे लोग free app download करते हैं. free, I recommend you one web series called as The Social Dilemma. If some of you have already seen it, watch this web series. Just don't watch Money Heist and Asur and what you call the Special Ops and Sacred Games. Watch this fantastic series called as The Social Dilemma. In Social Dilemma, it is given the real side of how these people are using your data, your confidential data. Since you are using all the social medias, all the apps free of cost, so these people are actually misusing your data. I mean, not only yours, my data as well, but free is deadly. Let me tell you, free is very, very deadly. So take a call and we'll move ahead now. It's 9:31. I'm here till next 5 to 10 minutes. If you have any doubts, any questions, any queries, please type in the chat box. Any doubts? If you are not comfortable sharing with everyone, there is an option of sharing